Hi everyone, Anthony Fantano here, internet's most suicidal music nerd. And I said suicide in the first 10 seconds. Whatever, I'm not making money off of this. I've been wanting to do one of these for a while. I figured I would talk about my week. I find that's therapeutic. I find that this is better than therapy. I figured maybe every week I would just go through my week and say what happened, because I've been wanting to talk about my week. Just some interesting things that happened. Yeah, I'm upset again. Why am I the most suicidal music nerd? Because I sacrificed my art because I wanted to listen to music. Because I'm sick of driving in silence, because I try to film when I drive, see if I get any cool shots, and I usually don't. And I was like, you know what, I'm sick of driving in silence and not getting anything good. And I wanted to listen to the 13th Step by A Perfect Circle. And of course I get a whole bunch of cool shots, because of course that is what fate has in store for me. A bird flew right in front of my windshield, and if I was recording, I would have got it. I didn't even have to move or do anything. But anyway, I know, it's a sacrifice for my art and all that stuff. You're not gonna fit there, dude. And parking here is terrible. You're not gonna fit there. Are you crazy? You can't go through that pole. You cannot. Alright, fine. Screw you, man. So last time I was here, it was a week ago actually. I talked about the music festival that I did. And I had a great time, but I also lamented about how I still felt unfulfilled. And, I was kind of beating myself up over it, which, I do think I was kind of, expecting too much. Don't look at me, asshole. You're doing a wide turn here. The whole damn driveway. This is not gonna work driving. This is why initially I didn't want to do this driving, because I knew every 5 seconds I would just interrupt myself by being, hey, fuck you! Anyway. So I still felt unfulfilled. I felt like there was all these people around me, and I still felt disconnected. The following day, I volunteered for a little mutual aid project. It's not called Their Home 2. It's not like a major non-profit organization thing. It's a couple friends of mine. They do a thing every Sunday where they hand out food and water to homeless people just on the streets. I was just driving in the car with them, and we were just handing out food, which was nice. It was nice for my anxiety. I got to stay in the car. I didn't really do much, and it was nice. And seeing homeless people like that, it kind of humbles you in a way, because that's a feeling I've thought a lot about in my life. Is like, I'm so depressed and afraid and angry all the time. And I also think about my life, I'm like, I've never had anything truly tragic or terrible happen to me. I'm just lonely, and I just don't know how to connect to people. But what was interesting is every time we got to a homeless person that was by themselves, they would say something. They would talk to us a little bit, or they would try to say something. When we first got there, the first place we were at, because we drove around, the first place we were at, we pulled up right by a lamppost, a light pole, and there was a graffiti written on it. It said, "Jake, I need you." And I almost just broke down right there. It's so direct. It's just a direct cry for help. It really embodies not just the sadness, but the abandonment and the loneliness. But like one of them was he just said like, "Yeah, I'm just a young guy, I screwed up, and I'm going to LA." And then one guy was singing for us, like just like this, like a disheveled homeless man pushing a cart, and we gave him food and water, and he started singing. He said like, "Bless you, bless you." But like a couple other people, they were talking to us about their lives, and that's when it really hit me that when you're lonely, loneliness pervades every aspect of your life. To these people, it doesn't matter that they have no shelter or no food. I mean, okay, I'm sure it matters a little bit, but they just want someone to love and someone to love them. Speaking of homeless people, they want someone to love them. Oh, hey, a little early there, HMA. Oh, and you're coming back around. Hello there. Oh, you're in a hurry. I guess that's why you got that. Come on, Little Darling's happy hour closes in 15 minutes. Which, by the way, is right over there. In case anyone was interested in my whereabouts. Yeah, loneliness just pervades your whole life. And I mean, here I go seeing homeless people and making it all about me, of course. Not again. This isn't exactly a pattern. Also, I don't like recording when I'm driving just because, I don't know, I'm a bit of a safety nut. Even though I've done a lot of recordings from driving, but I don't know. I wish I didn't have to. I see something, I want to capture moments and I want to capture time. And I know that if I don't capture it, that time will be gone forever. There's something very profound. I can go off on that another day, but so yeah, I did that. Then I went to work, and I was doing a wedding. I filmed a wedding, and I was doing a switchboard. I wasn't using my camera, but I was using a switchboard where the camera's already set up in the chapel room, and I'm doing that. And I screwed up on the audio, which was just a stupid mistake, because I was moving the wrong switch to turn up and down the audio. But like it wasn't working, and I was like, what the hell? Why isn't it working? And the coordinator came in. They're like, is something wrong with the audio? And I'm like, ah. And then I realized it was the wrong switch I was using, because it was labeled MP3, but the MP3, the iPod that we had was plugged into a different thing, which I knew of. But so that upset me, and I thought about editing it. The only thing is, when you have to edit they don't. That casino doesn't have an editing software. That location doesn't. So you would have to go somewhere else. And I was like, oh, I could go somewhere else and fix it, and that would show that, like, I'm really. That would impress my superiors. It would show them that I'm dedicated. And I was about to. I even did like as I left, I even clocked. Instead of clocking out, I just did like a transfer to like a place where I could edit. But then one of my the photographer there, she was like I didn't notice it. I'm like, oh, which I guess sometimes like there's a gap. All it was just a gap of silence, which sometimes there's a little bit of a gap. So maybe it didn't. Maybe it wasn't that big of a deal. And as I was leaving the location, I was deciding, like, okay, maybe I'm not gonna go. And I started really like overthinking it and just rolling it over in my head, and I started to get upset with myself again. I'm like, it could have been like a good opportunity to film. I'm like, but no, I want to go home. I have things I want to work on. And I was really upset about that. I was like, I already, like, now I gotta submit like a work, like a time correction. Tuesday I went in for a hearing test. Because I get very bad earwax buildup, and so I went in for a hearing test. And it's funny because the night before, or like the night before, I guess earwax was building up, and then in the morning it was kind of, I had like earwax, which I was fine for a while. It's still recording, right? I'm gonna make a break in the recording. Okay, sorry, my phone is pointing right at the sun. There's really much I can do about that. So yeah, went in for a hearing test. And they had to unclog my ear. I'm like, I woke up like this, and I didn't have time to unclog it because I woke up early. Or I tried to wake up early. I was too tired. I didn't want to. Oh wait, no, that wasn't Tuesday. That was Thursday. What did I do Tuesday? Tuesday, all I did was go to the library real quick to open my DVDs because I forgot to unlock them when I left. I had DVDs that I couldn't watch. Tuesday was a good day, yeah. So, and then earlier in the week, my supervisor asked me if I could, the last minute, work an event at the Encore, and I was like, yeah, no problem. I was not doing videography, which I would have liked to. I mean, on the one hand, it was easy, but like, I want to do videography. I like doing videography. And the event actually had videographers, but they were from a different studio, from a different company. So it's like, oh, you don't like our videography? Like, okay, whatever. But, oh, jeez. My home's coming up fast. That guy was in my lane. Yeah, so it was at the Encore, but I definitely took it because it was like, 8-hour shifts, and I needed the hours, and to just not really do much. I'm like, oh hell yeah, I can do that. Like, sure. I brought a book. Well, I did on the second day. I forgot my book on the first day, but that's all right. I was reading some Robert Frost poetry in like a club, which was pretty funny. The event was like, I don't know, it was like a staffing company, and they were honoring their workers that had did a good job, that had made a lot of money from employing people or staffing people, something like that, I don't know. And they were giving awards. It was like the Oscars for them. So the first night was like a party. The second night was the actual awards. The first night was like a party thing. And so I got there, and I was recording like the setup and stuff like that on my phone. But then afterwards, I was what they were doing was they were photographing people. People would take QR codes that had their name on it, and they would, I don't know if I should even explain this, but like they were taking pictures, like pictures with the awards, and my job was to give the people QR codes, was to find their name in the QR codes and give it to them, and then they could scan it and find their picture. That's what I was doing. I was doing that with one of the other like ladies who worked there, and a couple of times I like took out my phone and was like recording. And then she requested that I not do that, so I'm like, okay. So I got nervous and anxious. I didn't want to get in trouble, so I'm like, okay, I just won't record the rest of the day. And I saw some really cool opportunities for some cool shots, and I'm just like, fuck. Like, why just let me record? But so yeah, that kind of upset me. And I don't know, I just felt like, how do I even describe this? Because, and as you guys know, I was recently diagnosed with autism. And like, I don't know, and maybe it's just me, but like, it's almost like the way people have been treating me is like, okay, yeah, I went to work at, I went to work back at Ross doing stocking and stuff like that. And everyone there was nice. I was a little nervous going back, like, because I thought like I didn't really remember how to do anything. But like everyone was nice to me there. And one of the ladies was like, Gordon's doing a great job. He's doing better than everyone else. And I'm like, oh, cool, thanks. And I started to have this feeling that like, are people treating me like a special kid? And then I had another realization. People have kind of treated me like this for a while. And I'm like, did everyone know but me? Like, what? Is this what people, like, yeah? Is it obvious? Is it that obvious? 5 minutes. Like, have people... getting off here, just walking around the park. How do you guys like that? Like, did everyone know but me? And I don't know, like, because like I also felt kind of useless when I was working the event, because like, you know, I wasn't actually doing anything. Okay, I want to make sure I go across here. Because I wasn't actually doing it. I was, for the first few hours, like, we were just doing nothing. There was a little bit of setup, but I didn't really do anything. There wasn't much for me to do, so I was just recording crap on my phone. And then it started to get slow, so I was just kind of standing there. And also the other lady I was with was doing a lot of the legwork too. And then afterward, there was a tear down. We were like taking things down. And yeah, I just felt kind of like useless, like I didn't know what I was doing. I was like, oh, this, and you know, sort of the way, oh, we got a bird. We got a bird. We got burb. There's better opportunities for that, but whatever. I'm not gonna face this sun. So yeah, I just kind of felt like useless, and like, you know, everyone's like, I'm just like, oh, should I do this? And just being like, no, don't do that. At one point, like, yeah, I feel like, and then everyone looks at me like, oh, this is the retarded boy, the autistic boy. I'm sorry if people don't want me to say that word. I'm conflicted about using it too, but I'm autistic now. So I'm autistic now. I wasn't before, but they're like, oh, this is the special boy. He doesn't know what to do, and I don't know. I feel like that's and like over the course of like the past few days, like working the event, I feel like that's sort of the way people have looked at me. I was gonna play music. It's just like background. Let's vote on it. What music you want to hear? Let's vote on it. And then I will feel bad about whichever one I didn't pick. I have ADHD too, if you guys can't tell. But yeah, I almost get the sense that like everyone's kind of treated me like that. like at one point we were because there was like a big crowd there, so and like there was a stage and we were sort of handing supplies off over the stage into like a little area where we had our stuff. And me and one of the girls that worked there, I was like handing stuff to her, and one of the guys was like, hey, can you look for this bag for me? I'm like, okay, sure, but I was kind of already doing something, and I was waiting for her to come back, and she didn't. So I was standing there for like a while, and then he comes back, he's like, did you find that bag? I was like, no. I'm like, I didn't look for it. I'm sorry. But no, I told him, I was like, oh, sorry, I was kind of already doing something. I was waiting for her to pass things over. But I don't know. He definitely seemed nice. I was talking to him more the next day, and I don't know. He didn't seem mad at me. He didn't seem like, oh, this idiot. Why is he not in a special class? God, I hate the sound of my voice. I'm gonna make a break of the recording, and I'm gonna walk around. So, second day, there was even less for me to do, because I feel like walking that way. Because, well, I helped sort the QR codes. I know you guys don't care about this shit. I helped sort the QR codes, which they said they were gonna do, which was cool. That got me a little bit of like, oh wow, he's really helping. But like, instead of handing the QR codes to the people, they had someone else at the table do that, and I was the trophy polisher. How proud. It wasn't like the actual like awards that they won, but we had like mock ones on the table that like the people would pose with, and they wanted me to polish them off after the people use them. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, guys. Like village idiot, mentally handicapped, special kid, stupid monkey work. I'm trying not to say the other thing. There's people here. Maybe someone who actually is a would get mad at me for saying it. Anywho, where was I? Yeah, so it was just polishing trophies. That's like all I did. That's all I did. I sat there for a few hours. I read a little bit. I did a Sudoku puzzle. I'm doing Sudoku puzzles and organizing QR codes because, again, I'm just an autistic weirdo, and that's what I was doing. It's weird because I felt like more comfortable doing that stuff too. I don't know if that's a weird thing that I've been going through. I'm just like, now that I'm diagnosed with that stuff, I'm like, oh, okay, I can just do this now and nobody should care. And like, maybe I should not care anymore, but I don't know. I also have the sense that, like, you know, when I do that, nobody's really gonna like me, you know? Like, I had, like, I don't know, like, there was a couple people there that I knew and I was kind of talking with because I've seen them at other jobs and stuff. But I don't know, like, I also would, like, I get this weird sense of, like, their opinion of me. Not that, like, they think anything bad about me, but, you know, they're ultimately just kind of, like, you know, they tolerate me. I kind of want to walk over there. I wonder if Barnes & Noble would be open. You guys want to take a trip to Barnes & Noble? Anyway, I don't know, I guess I just feel like that's how people see me, as just the special kid. The special man, whatever, because I'm not a kid, even though I'm kind of stuck acting like this. Or at least I feel stuck. But I don't know, I just feel like the way, and you know, like, sure, people are friendly with me, but like, nobody's gonna get close to me like that, you know? Or like, I try saying something, but like, it's not interesting or exciting, it's just stupid. It's the kind of stuff I used to hate about people, where they would just be around me and they would just say meaningless shit. What?
It's taking forever. Where's our drinks?
I don't know. No, I use this for video
How long
sometimes.
does it take to make an old fashioned? We'll read
I got water. And I'm just like, shut up. And like, I've become that now because I'm just so lonely. I'm just organizing them just in case.
How are they organized?
Alphabetical.
Oh, okay. That's smart.
Yeah. It'll be my exercise for the day, just running back and forth. Which leads to another like realization I've had that I made a long time ago. I personally feel like everyone is lonely. Everyone is lonely in some way. Nobody is going to 100% completely understand you. Even people who are married, who have found soulmates, I feel like there's parts of themselves that they don't show to, you know, the closest person to them. I don't know, that's my philosophy, is that I feel like everyone is alone. Everyone is truly alone. But, I don't know. Kind of weird being in the middle of the road. I don't know if I've posted the video yet, or by the time I post this one, if you guys would have seen the one where I'm running in the road by my house. That's so anyway. Oh, wait a minute. Let's not go that way. Let's not walk on the highway. Yeah, I mean, and like after those two events, I started to feel very depressed. My anxiety got a lot bad, got a lot worse. And for the past few days, my agoraphobia has been a lot worse. I'm just more, because, you know, for a while I was trying to just find opportunities to talk to people, but now I'm sort of in giving up way. I'm like, you know, I'm not comfortable around people. I don't get along with people. I keep searching for this and it doesn't benefit me. I'm like, I would rather just not. I have things to do. So anyway, why is this fire hydrant all taped up? So anyway, I don't know. I got depressed and anxious for no good reason, really. I mean, a lot of reasons, but I guess the first day, because, you know, they told me not to record and they wouldn't let me record, so I was like, oh, I wish I could record. And also I wasn't in trouble. They didn't seem mad, but I don't know. I overthink things that it would resemble a criticism in any way, despite the fact I'm a movie critic. I can't take criticism myself, or I spiral down into a horrible, anxiety-ridden stupor. But anyway, is Barnes & Noble? I hope it is. There used to be a Borders where TJ Maxx is. Because the world needs more TJ Maxx. What the hell is that? Alright. Yeah, I don't even look like a kid. I just look like fucking, I don't know. I look like a fucking rock star grunge man. That's too glorifying. That's what I want to look like. I don't know. I look like a meth addict or something. My little stubble, my messed up blonde hair, my crooked teeth. Who's that? I wonder how late Barnes & Noble is open. I'm not going to go in there and record and talk because I don't really want to buy anything right now either. I already have like 5 books I'm reading right now. I'm trying to catch up on some other things. I already have books that I've bought that, yeah. Anyway, you know, walking and talking is very therapeutic, but I get distracted very easily. I hope this is amusing for you guys. At the time of recording this, I haven't posted any of the other vlogs, walk and talk vlogs that I've done. That's a name I came up with just right now. I'm not sure if I'll use it, but yeah. I mean, even then, like, you know, I'm walking past people and stuff, and like I just don't even care, you know, that's sort of, as much as I'm kind of devastated by the fact that everyone's sort of seen me like in that way as just like this weird autistic special boy. Now I'm just kind of like, oh, okay, I have nothing to lose, so, you know, I just talking like this, and like I don't care. Like, what are you gonna do? Tell me I'm stupid? Tell me I'm an artard? Well, you're a bully now. Canceled. No preachers. I do really want to go. I just like Barnes and Noble. I got a little cafe too, which is Starbucks, but unfortunately, but whatever. Yeah, I don't know. I just start feeling distressed and over little things, like, you know, that's kind of what I gained from working the event. I just, like, I don't know, like I was actually kind of happy at the last event. I was like, oh cool, like this is like okay, I get to, like, I'm meeting my coworkers, like, and, you know, I don't mind tearing down. Something was nice about it. I didn't know what it was. That was the night I made that New Year's video. I made it there. While I was there at the location, I made that New Year's video where I was like, hey guys, this year I wanted to off myself, but I didn't. I hate New Year's, but here's something kind of inspirational. I don't know. But, yeah, is this Hobby Lobby? Oh, it is. It's another Hobby Lobby. They're gonna look at me. They're gonna be like, "Oh, he has a mental defect. He's gay." I'd be like, "No, I'm autistic." They're like, what's the difference? Thank you, sir. Yeah. What are these guys doing? Is he worshiping her? But yeah, I don't know. I just don't even care. I'm just not even caring what people are thinking of me. Or at least strangers, because that's not entirely true. I do still care what people think of me. I don't know. I want a friend. So, damn, I'm getting hungry. I want to do these videos, but they just, I don't know, they take up so much time, and I don't really get anything good. All the good stuff happens when I'm not recording, of course. Why? Why? I love you, but why? Why can't it just happen on another day when I was recording? But anyway, so yeah, I don't know. I felt fine after the New Year's event, but I don't know. After these events, I just felt worse. I'm just like, oh, everyone sees me as like a weird autistic kid. Like, okay, that's why they give me just monkey chores to do. That's why everyone is, you know, It's why everyone treats me in a weird sort of nice way, but like a patronizing nice way. I wonder if there's anything good from. We're at 13 minutes. Maybe I should stop recording. Mickey 17. There isn't anything I want to see. I'm avoiding the Minecraft movie like the plague, because there's no reason for that to even. There's no reason for that to even exist. I wonder if these guys can hear me. Death of Unicorn is like the new A24. Is that a lot? Is that all they're playing? That's not a lot at all. Yeah, avoiding the Minecraft movie like the plague. It doesn't even need to exist. Anyway, so yeah, I was feeling like a weird flurry of emotions that nothing like bad happened, so I wasn't like completely wrecked, but at the same time, I'm just like, you know, it was a weird mix of anxiety and depression and just feeling useless and feeling inadequate, feeling like, you know, no matter what word I say, feeling like just like a dumb special kid. Rango Taco Shop. But I'm gonna make a break in the recording. All right. So, yeah. So that was a weird kind of roller coaster of things I was feeling. I kind of want to walk down that way, but I also kind of want to walk down this way. I wonder if I can walk up that ramp. Can you guys see that line? I want to get like the airplanes in the sky. If that is an airplane, that might be a satellite or a spaceship. I have no clue. Guys, I know a lot about movies and cartoons and art and some things regarding world events, but I'm also pretty stupid. Anyway, I'm gonna try and stay focused. I guess I don't know. I guess I said everything. I'm just trying to elaborate now. Oh yeah, because I got there, because the guy who was doing it, who was like in charge of the New Year's one, I went up to him and he was like with some he was like talking with some people, so I just stood there waiting. Then he started walking away. I'm like, oh hey, do you need me to do anything? And he said, who are you? I'm like, oh, okay. So again, what an impression I make on people. What a special, unique person I am. And you know what's upsetting is I know I'm a unique person. I don't mean that in an egotistical way. I mean like, you know, like I was talking with someone today about movies and stuff. I was telling about Megalopolis and Francis Ford Coppola and, you know, the Beverly Theater I like to go to. It's like, I know I'm special, I'm just afraid, not that kind of special, but not the special I've been talking about. I know I'm unique. I just, you know, I'm afraid of revealing that to people for some inexplicable reason, for no good reason whatsoever. And yeah, because of that, I'm just boring and weird, and they're like, oh, he must be autistic because he just talks about stupid things that nobody cares about. And I don't leave an impression on anyone, and everyone thinks I'm just average, and I don't know. Maybe that's also kind of what, I don't know. I want a simple life. That doesn't mean I want to be average. It means I just, you know, means I don't ask for much. But I want, I don't know, a companion. I want at least one person to be really close to, and I want to make art. I want enough time and knowledge. I guess that's the word. I just want to make art, and I want to share it with people too. You know, I'm satisfied with making art, and that doesn't mean it has to be like world famous, but I don't know, just it's in my quest for people to understand me. I wish I could just jump down right now and then just jump back up. I could run right across this. Or maybe not. I don't know why I want to do this. This is so weird. Like I said, I'm a safety nut, but I just want to... There's something about running in a road where you're just breaking the rule, you're going into danger. I just slipped my phone through here. There's something freeing about it. Like, you know, you're not supposed to go out there because you're gonna get hit, but there's nothing there, and you're okay, and there's something freeing about it. I don't know. I just want people to understand me. So sometimes I kind of over explain myself, but I don't know, that's just a big desire I have. I don't want to be alone. I don't want to be forgotten after I die. I want people to know who I was. But isn't that the epitaph of art? To be noticed, to be seen, to be fully seen and fully understood. But like I said earlier, I don't know if that's possible. I don't think I'm ever going to meet somebody who's going to 100% completely understand me. Anyone for that matter. I think that's why we make art, so people can see us and understand us. But again, it's not going to happen completely. But I don't know. I can try to make people understand most of me. Right? I don't know, I feel like that's at least why I make art. Maybe that's not why everyone makes art, but it's me at least. I make art to proclaim that I existed. I make art as a proclamation that I existed. That I was here. But I don't know. I guess if I want to stop being lonely, if I want to make a real connection with people, I have to start being my real self again. Which I don't know. Maybe that means being silent for a long time. Maybe I gotta go back to being quiet, not antisocial, just quiet, and just accepting in that. Maybe the person who's right for me is going to admire that, that I'm not going to be someone who talks a lot. I don't need to go this way. I like filming trash for some reason. Because I relate to it. That's how Snoopy laughs. Again, if I want people to like me, maybe I should stop being annoying. I should, I don't know. I guess just be more myself. Oh no, it's a dead end. Yeah, just not when I don't have anything that I want to say. Because I'm going to be honest, like most of the things I do say, I don't, deep down, I really don't even want to say. I'm just looking for, I don't know, attention, or I'm just looking for someone to notice me. Looking for someone to like me. But, you know, but like, the thing is, like, that's what I've been, it's been like a back and forth thing with me, honestly. Because, like, you know, I was quiet for a while. But then they're like, oh, you need to, like, put yourself out there to meet people. And there's truth in that. And, but, like, I do, and, like, I don't know, I don't have anything to say. I don't have anything interesting to go off about. And so it's kind of been like a back and forth with me. That's kind of how it is with, like, you know, with dating or trying to find a girlfriend. It's like okay, I'm not gonna intrude on women's spaces because I know women complain all the time about how obnoxious men are. And again, I take criticism very seriously. Criticism that's even like not directed toward me. I'm just like, okay, I'm not gonna do that. Like I hear women complain about men all the time, and as a man who also kind of hates men, I can go into that another time. That's a topic for another time. Like I get it, so I try not to be those kind of men. But you know, like instead I'm just sort of being you know, I'm just sort of waiting for like the right moment, and the right moment didn't come, and it was like, oh, you got to put yourself out there. I'm like, okay, there's truth in that. So I do, but you know, then I feel like I bother people, and like I've genuinely made girls uncomfortable. Yeah, shocking, I know. Nothing like serious, don't worry, but like, yeah, me saying that I've made some girls uncomfortable. But yeah, and I'm like, okay, like, so now I'm like trying to take a step back and be like, okay, let's not be so, you know, let's not be that upfront. Let's lower your standards. And I'm like, my standards were low. Like, okay, let's dial it back. Let's only put yourself out just a little bit. I'm like, I was putting myself out only a little bit. It was only a tiny fraction. Which feels like a lot of effort for a socially awkward loser like me. It was most of my social energy, but it was still only a tiny bit. I don't know, is there like another increment that I need to scale back to? So, anyway, trying to diagnose myself. I'm trying to see how I can solve my own loneliness. Simple. Did I say cremation? Simple cremation? Is that what that? You can't see it. My phone's quality is so bad. That says simple cremation. That definitely says cremation. just an old lady with her grandson. Yay! I'm gonna be cremated. Hello. Hello, Timmy Jr. One day, this skin you're clutching will be nothing but ash. They'll scoop me out, maybe they'll throw me into the wind or the ocean. Or maybe they'll just keep me in a jar. You want me in a jar in your house? See this person you're hugging? They're gonna be in a jar one day. In your house. You can't hug me, because then you get all messy. Isn't that lovely to think about? Like, how do you advertise that? How do you do that as like a, I don't know. As like a little happy ad. That's right, Timmy, I'm being cremated. One day I will be ash. And if you follow the family tradition, one day you will too. Or you can do it right now. Do it with me, Timmy. Actually, I just realized the person on the advertisement that's getting cremated is not the grandmother, it's probably the child. The child probably has cancer. And they're like, you're gonna be ash one day, Timmy! Much sooner than we all hoped for. Can I go around? Oh, there's a lot. I'm gonna watch these kids play with the carts. Watching teenagers be. Can you see those airplanes? There's like 3 of them, and only 2 of them are coming up in my camera. Oh, there you go. You can kind of see that one. Oh, jeez. They probably think that I'm filming them. And they're teenagers, so they're probably going to say something stupid. Hey, they're saying something stupid right now. I don't know what they're saying, but they're teenagers, so it's stupid. There's a guy coming this way. Where'd he go? Is he hiding behind that bush? Whatever. And everyone's going to see the Minecraft movie. My coworker said that their brother is taking her and their kids or whatever to go see the movie. Because there's no good movies out. There's no other options. So people are just like, oh, let's go see this schlop. And that's why bad movies always do so well. Because, we're voting with our wallets. It's a term that we're trying to get caught on. We're voting with our wallets that we want to see more absolute garbage. By the way, I totally forgot I was going to mention this back there. I used to work at that AMC. I worked at that AMC for 5 days. I was employed there for 30, but they only had me work for 5 days. And on the 30th day, they're like, yeah, your skills haven't improved at all. We're going to let you go. Like, you didn't give me time to improve my skills. They literally threw me in the back and on concessions on like their busiest weekend when Star Wars and Hunger Games was out. So we were insanely busy. They put me back there, and the manager, she was like, okay, go. And I'm like, I don't know what to even. She's like, just do it and I'll correct you. I'm like, okay. So like I would do something. She's like, no, don't do that. Do it like this. And like, honestly, like if I was a customer, I would be annoyed. I'd be like, why didn't you train this person to do the job? I had to go in for like 3 orientations and it was all like the same shit. And they didn't tell me anything about how to actually do my job. Yeah, I've gone back there a few times to see movies. At first I was kind of like, oh, I don't want to go back there because it's awkward, but who cares? There's a cool guy there who was also in the movies. I was talking with him about movies. I didn't get his number or social media or everything or anything. Haven't seen him since. Haven't talked to him since. So yeah, there's another friend gone. A lot of potential friends I meet who I, would probably be very good friends with, but never see or never talk to again. There was a guy in college who I was really good friends with, and I texted him out of the blue recently. I was like, I haven't talked to him in a while. Like, I gotta he was cool. I gotta reconnect with him. I texted him. He didn't text me back. He probably changed his number or something. So, yep, he's gone forever too. I guess I was meant to live in solitude. That glass, should I just touch that? Okay, now that's scary. I just want to... I want to cut myself. I don't want to cut myself. I want to break it though, but I don't want to break it in the parking lot because I hate when people do that. There's broken glass in our neighborhood. Right where, I hate that. I don't even understand why or how. Just, why are people stupid? I don't understand people. I don't know why they do the insanely stupid things that they do. That looks like perfume or something. This lady was waiting for me, but I'm sorry. There was something cool and shiny in the ground. I'm hungry. I don't want to buy anything. I'm very cheap. I try not to buy things, but I want something good. And I don't know. I don't have anything really good at home. Unless I make a burger, which I suppose I could do. Or pizza. I don't know. I'm trailing off. I'm talking about meaningless shit now. It's a rock tree with Ross tags. Uh-oh. Oh, you can't even see it. Yeah, where was I? I worked Thursday. What did I do Friday? Oh yeah, Friday, I did have more to say. Friday I woke up and I was very depressed. Oh, what the hell that is? Something melted. Anyway, yeah, Friday I woke up incredibly depressed. I didn't want to pray or exercise. I couldn't move. I couldn't get up. I was overwhelmed. I'm like, I got things to do. And that just made me feel worse and not want to get up even more. I'm fascinated by this melting thing. How did this melt? I don't even know what it is. But yeah, I was incredibly depressed. I couldn't get out of bed. Or I really, really didn't want to get out of bed. It's an emo fan club. And it's those girls going back to Chili's. Those girls are definitely emo fans. Yeah, and I just felt bad for the whole day. And then what did I do? I went to work later that day. I was doing some switching. Okay. Thank you. I was switching a wedding, which what I mean, I already explained what I mean by that. Hopefully you guys get it. Because I feel like there's people who do get it and don't want me to explain it again. So if you don't get it, too bad. Dude, I could just run across this road. Why didn't I think of that? No, not doing that. So yeah, I was depressed, and I don't even remember what I did that day. I should have wrote this down. I'm gonna run. I think I like tried to do something. What was I doing? I think I was editing that music festival that I did, which I still am not done with. I'm not really even that close, to be honest. Let me go this way. And yeah, and then like little things would bother me, and I kept just saying to myself like, oh, life is pointless. Just, life is meaningless. Everything is pointless. This is a terrible way to go. I should have went on that side. Why do they only have a sidewalk on one side? I'm not gonna cross again. Anyway, yeah, I guess from the previous night or like the previous events, just feeling inadequate, just feeling like an idiot, feeling useless, feeling like I wasted time, and I don't know. My whole life just feels like a waste. Like nothing I'm doing matters or is substantial or not making any big impact. I'm not changing. I'm not becoming a better person. And everyone I know, my family and everyone, are not changing either. Everyone's just the same. No one's gonna change. Everyone is miserable. Everyone is awful. And there's nothing you can do about it. And the world's gonna end, and no human is gonna improve or learn anything. They're not gonna improve themselves. They're not gonna improve others' lives or the state of the world. It's all just a meaningless endeavor. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to go on this. This is just what I was feeling on Friday. Just, you look at, because something else I do is like, it's not just, I don't get depressed just from my life. I look at other lives. I just see the way, there's a lot of cars here. I don't know. I just see the way other people's lives play out. And like the horrible shit that they go through, and I just think like how do I know that's not gonna happen to me? Like, I haven't done anything to not deserve that. I don't deserve the safe, precious, sheltered life that I've been given. So something bad, so I don't know, I worry that something terrible is going to happen to me. And, because I deserve it. Or, I don't know, maybe this is just a punishment, just being sad all the time. God was like, well, I won't give him anything really to be upset about. I'm not going to make him homeless or a victim of, I don't know, persecution or disease or poverty or whatever, or abuse. I'm just going to give them chronic depression, because everyone struggles in their own way, and everyone is given, no one is given any more than they can handle. I'm a pretty weak, puny little boy, and so yeah, maybe that's the most I'm given. So yeah, I was very depressed Friday. I went to work and I did a good job at work, and I was happy for a little bit. Then and then I stayed because we're scheduled for like 3 hours, but like the weddings don't take that long. At least switching doesn't. It does when we have to actually film it, but for actually like switching, that like we could leave like as soon as the wedding is over, but we're scheduled longer, and I need the hours, so I just stayed. So I stayed till 6, and then they locked the door to the room that had the clock, and I'm like, okay, so I gotta send a time correction anyway, because I've already sent them like a whole bunch of time corrections this week, and it depends, because the main person who does it doesn't mind, but like one of the supervisors said like, oh, don't try not to send them too much, and I try not to, but see, I'm just rambling and overthinking things. Yeah, I'm doing the homeless, the volunteer thing again tomorrow. What music do you guys want as like background? Actually, I got Debussy, like classical music. Have I listened to this Flaming Lips CD yet? I don't think I have. I got Flaming Lips. I got Nick Cave, Fleet Foxes, and Ways Blood. I haven't listened to much of the Fleet Foxes CD, and I don't think I listened to the Flaming Lips CD yet at all. Let's put that on. Because I really like everything I've heard from Flaming Lips so far. I really like that. I think some of their other CD I got, some of their songs were in a video I was doing. I'm gonna make a break in the recording real quick. Okay, I'm at 50%. That's pretty good. I didn't record much today. Although I wish I did record stuff that I wanted. I want it to be done by now, but I don't know. Is there anything else important I have to say? I don't know. I gotta be more myself, you know? I gotta be comfortable being quiet. I just don't like being awkward, you know? Because, like, there was someone there who, like, I'm friends with and I've talked to, like, comfortably before. But I don't know, like, we didn't have much to say, and I was kind of, like, I didn't want to, like, stand by them awkwardly, and I was kind of, like, wandering around. Sometimes I would, like, stand by them. Like, you ever do that? Like, you're in an environment where, like, you can talk to someone, but, like, you don't know what to say, and, like, you don't want to walk away because then that seems rude. Maybe I can turn this down just a bit. It was at an odd number. The volume was at an odd number. Being by Macaroni Grill is what's making me hungry. They're a pretty good restaurant. Me and my girlfriend of 2 years went there one time. It was funny. I mentioned to my brother too. I was like, yeah, me and her name. I won't dox her. I won't say her name. Like, yeah, me and her name went there, and he's like, who? I'm like, that was my you don't remember her? Like, my girlfriend of 2 years? And he's like, oh yeah. Yeah, we were together for 2 years. When did we break up? I want to say it was like 21 or 22. 2021 or 2022. So yeah, I've been single for like 3 years. Her mom, I gave money to her mom to borrow, and she hasn't paid me back for it yet. I contacted her. I was like, hey, like, I let it go all this time because it wasn't that big of a deal, but like, I kind of need money right now. Can you pay me back? And then she just denied that I did that. So, okay. She's pretending to be just a senile old woman, but she's just heartless. She's just a terrible person. They're all terrible. This is why I hate everyone. And I don't hate everyone. I haven't said that. I haven't hated everyone in a very long time. Like since I was much younger. But I don't know. It's not easy. I guess I know people, I kind of talked about this already. Like, I know people have been, have grown up under different circumstances, but still, I don't understand it. Everyone has the potential to be something more. Me, I just don't even find a point. I'm just wrestling with the whole purpose of life itself. And this almost sounds like the Buzzcocks. Is that the band? Is that the right band? The Buzzcocks? Are they the ones that kind of have like a weird like... They have like a weird like 50s punk sound? I don't think that's what I'm thinking. That's someone else. They have a weird like chicken song. Actually, I think I was playing one of their songs in one of my videos. Anyway, I should start wrapping it up because I tend to ramble. It might be another 20 minutes before I actually finish. Loneliness pervades you your whole life when you're lonely. And every time people try, they try too hard and just come off as awkward. That's something else I've been realizing. Is, I'm not that special. My condition, my conflicts aren't really that special. These are just the basics. The basic existential crises of all humans. I don't know. Everyone else seems to have their life together though. And I know that's like a common fallacy that of people comparing themselves to others, but like no, like I literally have no friends. Like other people who say that like they're lonely or they're antisocial have like a bajillion friends. Or like they're always hanging out with friends, or like they hug 3 people a day. I'm like, you're not antisocial. Like you're not even socially awkward. Like if you're this comfortable with people. I'm trying to talk more about my week, I guess. Yeah, I was very depressed just because of the events, and it's always like little things that just build up, and I just start to feel that everything is useless. My anxiety just really took over, and I did not want to get up or do anything. I became so much more agoraphobic. I'm like, I don't want to go anywhere. I don't want to go outside. I didn't want to come back to this casino today, which is weird because I actually liked it. Like I've liked it in the past. Like the last few times, like the people there were really friendly. I really opened up and like was much more comfortable being there, and like I like coming here. I could come here more often. The last time I was there was a shooting. The third one we've had in our city. And I think when I looked more into it, I don't think that nobody was actually shot. Someone pulled out a gun and threatened, and they didn't actually fire. But it was a very scary situation. And I guess I sort of had like a weird PTSD thing. Even though I didn't see anything. Again, amping up, very minimal things and trying to victimize myself. Like, I didn't know, nobody, there was no gunfire. Nobody was hit. I didn't see anything, but I'm like, oh, I'm traumatized. But still, I was, pretty, I don't know, I was scared to come back. It's a very, sordid place, too. It's a huge step down from the Encore, which is very, upper class, hoity-toity. But like this casino is like a lot of like, I guess it's like very cheap to stay there. And like a lot of like, I don't know. I don't like saying it like that, but you know, a lot of like lower class people, a lot of ghetto people are there. And I don't know. Kind of makes me uncomfortable. Because everything makes me uncomfortable. Man, I'm starving, and I get really tired when I talk a lot. On my way here, on my way as I was leaving my house, there's one of those like stupid cube cars that was like tailgating me. And I don't know, I thought he was in a hurry or whatever, but he was like still tailgating me. And then he gets in the left turn lane when we get to a stoplight. And I looked over at him. He didn't look at me. So like, because usually those people, they'll like look over at you and be like, oh, you're driving slow. But like, it didn't even faze him. Like, that's just normal to him, apparently. Just tailgating people. That's just how he drives. I noticed he had like a handicap thing in his car. And as he drove away, the license plate said, 1 gifted. Which, okay. I can assert what that means. And then after that, another person was tailgating me. And I'm like, I should be recording this. I should have been recording this, because that's interesting to me. I don't know if these videos are even going to be like something people will enjoy. I don't know. Again, I want the world to remember me and understand me fully, and people can't read images, so I talk. I'm going to talk in these. But yeah, and like even today, like despite how comfortable I've been in the past, how much I was excited about going there because like, you know, I like the people there. Like I just went there and I'm just like, I just feel so agoraphobic. I'm just gonna sit in my closet because that's where I work from at that place. That's where the video stuff is. It's literally in a closet. I'm just gonna sit in my closet and read poetry. Oh yeah, and the event. So like the first day of the event was like, it was like a party thing, and like as the night went on, because it was at a beach club, which are like, you know, just places for rich people who don't actually work during the day. Although these people work, it wasn't. Yeah, we had like a cover over the pool, so there was like a beach, like a pool area, and then there was like another area like inside, and they had like a DJ doing music. And as the night went on, more people started to go in, and eventually people started to dance. And I'm like, oh, this is like a club scene now. And I absolutely hate clubs. I hate they were just playing like the most generic top 40 terrible hits. And I don't know, I just started to feel very not even self-conscious, just angry, just, I don't know, the attitude I've had whenever I go there, just angry and just closing myself off as like in like a rebellious way. And then what I did, we closed down the photography booths we were doing, and I just started reading Robert Frost poems, and I felt proud of myself. I felt like I was, you know, going against the flow. Here I am in a club, and I'm just like, nope, it's me and Frost. And I've been trying to brush up on poetry and on poems that I used to read, because Robert Frost is amazing. And yeah, I was just rereading some of his poems. So yeah, there's that. I wanted to tell that story, if that is a story. And then the following night, where it was like the award show, and it was like all these people, all these ladies who who had like really horrible plastic surgery done on them and like really bad spray tans and big lips and I don't know, it was just all so fake, and like my misanthropy just returned. You know, I haven't felt like that in so long, not since like high school, where like I haven't wanted to feel like that. I've tried not to feel like that in a long time, and I haven't. I've been doing a good job at that. But just being in this environment of just like these plastic people and their stupid little like business, casual friendly, like faux friendly business relations, and I'm just like, God, it just made me hate the world, and again, it just made me hate the corporate capitalist world again. I was just so disgusted, and that added on to all the flurry of emotions I was feeling that night that carried over into my depression the next day, where I was just unmotivated and didn't want to do anything. Just like, I hate the world. Like, I don't want these people. Why do I want to be friends with horrible people who aren't gonna really know me or care about me? And yeah, that's why I'm trying to withdraw, because I have so many art projects that I want to do, and I want to work on that stuff instead of going out every day to like a club or a show, not a club, but like, you know, music clubs, music venues where they play, where, you know, the people there actually give a shit about music, and it's not excuses to just grind on strangers. Well, I thought this was going to be therapeutic. I just feel exhausted now. I feel a little better. I just feel exhausted from talking. Just from rambling. I need to contain myself, I guess. I shouldn't ramble so much. I wonder how long I've been talking for. It's been 15... This video is 15 minutes. This sounds a lot different from any other Flaming Lips album I've heard. Unfortunately, because I'm talking, I'm not paying that much attention to it. That's my issue with music, is like I get so easily distracted. It's hard for me to pay attention to certain music. I'm trying to listen to more classical music, because my friend Esteban is a giant classic music buff aficionado. I've been listening to like a playlist he constructed. And I am really liking it, but it's also like I also acknowledge that I'm not listening to it on like a deeper level. At parts I'm trying to, but again, I get distracted. And anyway, yeah, this week's therapy session, I might do another one next week, or maybe earlier in the week, if I feel like it, if I have something to say. I guess I came to a conclusion, which was sort of the point. This is much more helpful than my one therapist. My last one was actually a decent therapist. My last therapist was decent. My one before that was a dude who was like awful, and he wasn't any help at all. And you know what I just realized? That therapist, he said that he watches my YouTube channel. So hopefully he doesn't see this. Oh no, Ryan just said he's an awful therapist. whatever. Yeah, I guess in order to fight loneliness, I gotta be more. I do have to put myself out there, but I also gotta be more of myself. I don't know. I feel like I just gotta be more myself and not put myself out there so much. I'm downscaling on that. I'm sick of trying to talk to people, just feeling so uncomfortable, feeling so anxious, feeling like I'm not actually connecting with people because I'm not really being myself. So I don't know. I'm gonna be more weird. That's what I have been doing. I've been more outward because I've been nervous about like recording in front of other people or just doing weird things, like doing Sudoku puzzles. I'm like, oh, everyone's gonna look at me and judge me. But I was just doing it in front of everybody. Like I didn't care. And yeah. I'm partially at a point where I don't care what others think, but that's not completely true. So yeah, I don't know. I just gotta hamper down on that more. And here we go. Again, showing you guys where I live. I'll blur out. Maybe I'll blur out the words. I don't know. Blur out the street signs, even though I literally showed the whole path. Someone could probably find where I live if they really wanted to. I don't know why they would, but again, I'm paranoid, so I'm sick of hearing myself already. I'm gonna stop talking. Yeah, a roller coaster of being depressed and anxious. I feel okay right now. I felt bad this morning, but I felt okay later, where I wanted to avoid people, even the people I was comfortable with at my job, but then I was talking with them later, and you know, I'm still not that great though. I still feel like I just want to shut myself in and not talk to anybody, and I just want to watch movies and read and make art. That's all I want to do. Thank you all for listening to me whine and complain. I'll see you in a week for another therapeutic walk and talk. Thank you all so much for caring about me, I guess. I hope you have a great week. Goodbye.